Anyway, you see,
not me.
I know, but you read it.
Started.
I was just answering your question is what I was doing. You was about to try to take it into something else, and you know how I feel about when that thing is on and you be saying certain stuff. I don't want to see nothing that ain't supposed to be an outtake is an outtake. Hello, Incredible One. I am Darnyelle Jervey, and I am so excited to welcome you to Incredible Factor TV. Now, if you ask me, this is the place you must be if you want to learn optimization strategies to make your life and business an incredible one. Every week, we take a question from someone in our community, and this week we are talking to Atyra. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hi, Darnyelle. I really want to grow my business, but it takes money to make money. I feel like my back is constantly against the wall because I can't afford to invest in myself. What advice can you offer to someone who feels stuck financially? So, Atyra, first and foremost, thank you so very much for asking your questions. I don't know if you're going to like my response, but here it goes. You can afford anything you want to afford. So if you're not affording it, it's because you have not deemed it of value. I find that, and especially because I'm talking to tons of entrepreneurs and business owners every single day who are interested in my services to help them to grow, but when they find out the amount of the investment, they get fearful, they get afraid, they make excuses and say they can't afford it. But I bet you, if you were to survey 100 people and you were to ask 100 people if their television broke, it just completely went out tomorrow, and the only television on the market was whatever the amount of the investment that they would need to make in order to be able to position themselves to grow more in their lives and in their businesses, 9 times out of 10, they buy a new television. But here's the thing, I have yet, 39 years old, I've watched my fair share of television. I don't watch nearly as much TV today as I did when I was younger, but I have yet to watch television and see a $500 bill pop out of it. Yet people want to spend their time watching television. Now, I always say that the number of hours you watch in television is equivalent to the number of dollars and thousands you're leaving on the table. But back to your point about investment, you can afford anything you want. I know there's been a time in your life, because there's been a time in mine, when I wanted a pair of shoes that I had no business wanting, that I robbed Peter to pay Paul to get them shoes because I felt like I needed them in my life. So I'm going to ask you to question your motives, and are you really serious about growing your business? If you've come across a coach, a mentor, a consultant, someone who can help you to move that needle, and you aren't investing, it's because you are fearful and afraid to make the investment, because you can afford anything that you want to be able to afford. So I'm going to encourage you, the next time you're feeling like your back is up against a wall, to think through 5 things that you could do right now to be able to create the amount of money. Let's say it's $1,000. In fact, this is your assignment. If you needed to create $1,000 to participate and attend a live event or something like that, and that was going to be the ticket plus your travel to get there, what are 5 things you could do right now to raise $1,000? And every time you're asking yourself and you're wanting to make an investment, I want you to run through that same exercise. 5 things, 10 things, 20 things if you need to come up with it. I bet you'll be more creative than you think if your back is really, truly against the wall, because you can afford anything you want. Now I want to hear from you. What's your 2 cents? Again, I think this is going to be one of those topics where we have a lot of people really sounding off, because this whole investment, I can't afford it thing really messes with most entrepreneurs in the marketplace. You're talking to potential clients every single day, and it's one of the top objections. How are you helping people to overcome that objection? How are you affording the investments that you need to make in order to move to the next level? It really is about that mindset shift, because we're not asking you to make a purchase. We're asking you to make an investment, and investments offer a return, and you can and should get a return on any investment that you're making. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, do me a favor and subscribe. You can do it right here by hitting the subscribe key. Then go ahead and use social media to share with your friends, fans, and followers, and then make sure you join over to IncredibleOneEnterprises.com to join us on the blog for the after party, which happens immediately following this episode. And if you have decided that it is time that you stop making excuses and mistakes and you start making more money, then you want to make sure you get your hands on our free CD and start your relationship with the Incredible Factor community. It will be our pleasure to welcome you. This has been Darnyelle Jervey from Incredible Factor TV saying, be better, Be stronger, and more than anything, be incredible. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care.